Half-bloods are a popular motif in many works of literature and media, and are no less popular in the scriptures and legends of old Earth. Gods, demons, and other entities have long intermingled with our ancestors, and there are times when this has led to copulation, thus the birth of a new type of being. The history of the hybrid is as such a long one, with many of the most ancient kings claiming kinship with the divine or some other supernatural force. Going back to the ancient lore of the Sumerians, they believed that Gilgamesh, one of, if not their greatest perceived monarch, was the child of the goddess Nansan and the heroic priest Lugabanda. Aside from demigods, other hybrid children came to be known to the ancients, the infamous Cambions, nameless creatures of the time. Likely because of their reviled nature, demon mortal offspring were seen as symbols of sin and a sign of a demon's presence in society. Very few Cambions of note have ever existed, as their negative reputation sees them either die at a young age or given to their dark origins and join their parents in the void. The Persians are one of the earliest people to discuss the existence of such creatures, believing that devas could strike at night and corrupt mortal women with their foul seed to create Cambions. Fairy hybrids are present in legends worldwide, but most popularly in ancient Europe. Here, they are often confused with changelings, which are mutant free children swapped out for healthy human ones at birth. Fey half-breeds are met with mixed reactions due to the great dynamism and mystery of the Fey themselves. The offspring could be unnaturally ugly or beautiful, though this usually depends on the breed of Fey. For example, the offspring of humans and elves are almost indistinguishable from demigods and are treated as such. From vampires to dragons to werewolves, the list of potential mixes and matches is as unpredictable as the love between these creatures itself. Most hybrids are typically the result of mortal-immortal interactions. This is mostly due to the fact that spirits can easily alter their forms, whereas other beings may struggle to achieve that without some form of shapeshifting. In such cases, the hybrid will typically resemble their mortal parent for most of their lives. Those that awaken their spiritual ancestry may take on drastically altered features, though some may already have possessed such features from birth. The most unique trait these hybrids share is that upon their deaths, their physical forms may crumble away, but their spiritual essence, being that of something other than mortal, converts them into a spiritual being. In Norse mythology, half-elf children rise to the realm of Alfheim upon death, and in various religions, demigods are automatically deified upon their death, as all that is left is their divine essence. On the opposite end of the spectrum, there are those hybrids born of two creatures that are for the most part physical or mortal. These children are more likely to display a physical abnormality than their spiritual cousins. There are, however, exceptions to this rule. Abinoseme, as far as we know, displayed no physical abnormalities despite his mother being a Japanese kitsune, a fox, though this may be due to his mother's more ascendant nature when compared to others of her kind. Other examples include half-giant entities, who are understandably more prone to developing a large stature, though few giants have ever been recorded bearing children with humans or any other mortal creatures not of comparable size. Their ancestry and origins unfortunately significantly dictate how wider society will treat them. For demigods, their lives are largely secure in the long run, as most view them as heroes. They may receive antagonism from royals and others of high standing, who view them as undeserving of their attention and power, but even then, their divine parents may be looking out for their best interests. Unlike demigods, Cambions are treated with fear and revulsion. Even more saddening is that those who are cautious are wise to do so, as the demonic urges of their parents may surface unexpectedly and are very difficult to control, leading to potentially deadly consequences for all around them. As such, many inevitably end up treading a path of darkness and evil and destruction. Dhampirs, much like Cambions, are treated with disdain and fear, due to the cursed nature of their parentage. Unlike many Cambions, however, Dhampirs appear largely unbothered with how society treats and views them, hunting down dangerous monsters out of goodwill, for money, and many a time for both. However, some Dhampirs do seek to embrace their vampiric nature fully, which becomes possible upon their own death. These examples serve as an insight into the complicated lives of these creatures, as their entire lives are a gamble, even that of the more blessed demigods. The powers of a hybrid are, like their lives, left up to fate to decide. They may develop abilities from either parent or from both at once. They are usually naturally adept at whatever skill they choose to develop, making them powerful adversaries or allies. Unfortunately, their ancestral gifts are a double-edged sword. They may also develop the weaknesses of one or even both of their parents, leaving their enemies with numerous methods to neutralize them or execute them.